Isha Boyne in the house, back with another bang on video. Where, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news for you. Arsenal have joined Manchester City and Liverpool in tracking Lyon midfield wonder kid, the superstar Houssem Aouar. Lyon want £43 million for Aouar, and they look like they would be selling their star midfielder. And Paris Saint Germain, Manchester City, Juventus, Arsenal, Liverpool, everyone wants to sign the midfielder because of his unbelievably great talent that he has. But let's move on. Talking about former Arsenal goalkeeper David Seaman has revealed in excruciating detail the agonizing scrotum injury he suffered against Leeds United. He said, "What had happened was Chapman's studs had actually gone into my scrotum, punctured my scrotum, and this was about 5 minutes before halftime. So Gary came on, cleaned it up, stuck a load of Vaseline and padding on it, and kept saying, 'We'll get you to halftime. We'll get you to halftime.' At halftime, I didn't even go into the dressing room. I just went straight to the medical room, got stitched back up, and went out for the second half." Unbelievable. These kind of players were unbelievable in terms of their mentality, in terms of their readiness for the team. They could do anything. I really love the commitment from these players. But moving on, Arsenal star Mesut Ozil messed up one of his very first interviews in English by learning the questions and not his answers. Well, Steve Wilson, BBC Sport commentator, has revealed the awkward pre-match encounter he had with the German ace. He said, "I was asked by Arsenal to give them advance notice of my questions for Mesut Ozil's first broadcast interview in English, a very brief three-question chat before the Premier League game at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal's press office wanted to be sure that he had time to prepare and practice some coherent answers, hence the unusual request for prior notice of my questions. Unfortunately, it turned out Ozil had coached himself to be word perfect in the questions and not the answers. But I think he's pretty much fluent in his English right now." Moving on, former Arsenal ace William Gallas has admitted he used to shit himself when he played against former Chelsea teammate Didier Drogba. The duo won successive Premier League titles at Stamford Bridge between 2004 and 2006 before becoming rivals as Gallas moved north of the river. Gallas told, "I was used to seeing him in training, but you know how it goes. You never going at 100% on the training pitch. So I never really understood why Felipe Senderos would just go missing in every match he played against Didier. But when I played against him myself in the Premier League with Arsenal, then I understood. He had something about him, a power I'd never sensed as a teammate, an aura I had never seen before. Facing that, you just shit yourself. He was so intimidating that it rattles you." Yeah, that's what happens. I mean, he was a legendary player, wasn't he? But moving on, Feyenoord midfielder Orkun Kokcu has reportedly rejected a second offer of a new deal from the Dutch club amid interest from Arsenal and other clubs. The Vodball International report that Gunners, Chelsea, Seville, and Real Betis are all monitoring the talented 19-year-old. His current deal ends in 2023, but Feyenoord are keen to sign their highly valued prospect up to a bumper new deal, and the club are eager to ensure that they will receive a hefty fee if their star asset makes a move to one of Europe's biggest teams in various leagues. Well, here's the big part. Chelsea players are united over 10% pay cut proposals. Unlike Arsenal, there is no financial incentive included for the squad to recoup the money based on the future performances. Also, Chelsea have rejected squad's offer of 10% pay cut, stating that they should actually go and donate that much amount of money and not take a pay cut. Unusually, unbelievable actually. It's completely unlike Arsenal. But moving on, Mesut Ozil is preparing to donate a share of his money to a Turkish research center specializing in experiments to discover a new vaccine for COVID-19. It's pretty much clear that always Mesut Ozil is ready and in support of supporting uh, these kind of, the charity. He's always there. He's a wonderful soul, isn't he? Moving on, Boris Johnson has been briefed on plans for matches being played behind closed doors. He said to see resumption of live sport as key to boosting nations' morale. A source said that we want live sport back on TV as soon as we can. It could give whole country a huge lift, but at what cost? If you get these kind of sports back on TV, you would realize that there will be problems in terms of risking the players' health, playing behind closed doors too. But I think it would strain the resources of actually testing these players week in, week out, or during the match days. But moving on. Today it was announced that Chelsea players would not be following Arsenal's lead by taking a pay cut, as I actually told you about it. Arsenal midfielder Mohamed Elneny could see his loan spell at Besiktas in Turkey extended, where it looks like he was shipped out on loan from the Emirates last summer and he has moved to North London from Basel in 2016. His agent Omar Ozun said, "We haven't had an official meeting so far, but I know that the technical staff in Besiktas want to keep Elneny for another season, and that could be the reason why he could stay at Turkey. I won't say he would be developing there, but most probably I think it is pretty much clear that he could be joining with them for another season." Well, here's a fun fact. Memphis Depay is already available because he has just 1 year left on his contract, and it looks like Lyon are definitely wanting for him to sign a new contract, but let's see if we can get him or not. Let me know in the comment section if you want him to come to Arsenal. Well, these were the news of the day. I hope you enjoyed whatever came your way. All the views and news and everything about Arsenal comes on this platform every single day twice. So sit back, relax and enjoy whatever's coming your way. I will see you in my next video. Until then, cheers.